I believe fishermen are like a breed of their own. We have the ability to fine-tune our craft to the point where we can win millions of dollars, yet we can still cook like a Chateaubriand, mix the best drinks and pour the best stuff and sit with presidents and kings. And I think we realize that everyone is really the same. Honestly, I never look at us on top. I think that's what keeps me hungry. Like, as much as I hear it and I see it and people give you the accolades, 3-time World Sailfish Champion, top winning team in all of South Florida, 120 podium appearances, $500,000 World Sailfish Championship, $4 million in fishing tournaments, a couple $1 million alone just in Key West. So second place dailies, third place dailies, winner take all in a category, equated with dynasty teams. But I'm still like, still got a lot to learn. The knot I made the other day, I didn't like it. I stretched the hook out, the knot didn't look good, the sailfish came off. I don't know what's going on, and when it's said and done, I love it. I love it. God, it clicked so early where I was obsessed, you know, like 3, 4 years old. My dad would say, you know, let's go fishing. It was the most exciting thing for me. I didn't even know what I was doing. You know, cleaning stuff and getting hooks ready, leaders ready, putting new line on, cleaning the rods, oiling the guides. And by the next morning, you know, he'd get in the car and he'd be like, oh my God, you got everything ready. I'm like, yep. And we'd sit there and, you know, have our cereal in the dark at 4 o'clock in the morning in upstate New York and jump in the car, drive for 2 hours to get somewhere. You know, even the Hudson River, we used to catch stripers right off of the Statue of Liberty. It was pretty cool upbringing. At 10 years old, my dad said, hey, Miami Beach, let's go on vacation. Caught a hammerhead shark and a sailfish at age 10, and I was like, I don't know, but I think I just got my life trajectory. And I was like, Dad, can we keep the shark? He's like, Peter, how much is it? I was like, $500 for a mount. I'm like, please. And you know, my dad's blue collar, so for him to do that was a really big deal. And then we caught a sailfish like the next day, and it was the same thing. And so I have a shark from when I was 10 and a sailfish from when I was 10 in this house. And that's really what kind of got me going. I'm like, I have to go to college in Florida and Miami, and my buddy happened to have a boat. Before class, he's like, meet us at 4 a.m. Nasty, go out there, 10-foot seas, like to the point where you thought you were gonna die for sure. You're like, well, it's a pretty good way to go, I guess. I was always, you know, trying to like please my dad, but once he passed, I was like, okay, now it's time to really chase my passion. And slowly but surely, we got to a point where it was like, okay, we're gonna take us to the next level, which was the tournament series.
If you're gonna win any tournament, you gotta come down and win the World Sailfish Championship.
We started traveling on our own dime, you know, and we were spending everything we had to get to these locations where we could catch fish and make videos. And then we started the tournament circuit and we had a lot of success.
But we can tell you who to keep an eye on. The team aboard Get Lit.
When you fish with a group of guys that has the same goal and vibe really well, it was a fine-tuned, well-oiled machine. You got 1 on, there's 2 on, there's 3 on, double, triple, there he is on the left, there he is on the right, back up, spin, watch the kites, don't tangle, Peter go under him, here's a 4th one, there's a 5th one, retain the leader, call it in, take the video. Nobody screams. It gives you chills. One of the biggest tournaments we entered, one of our first ones, we won a boat. That's how it kind of started. We started winning tournaments, and over our career, we proceeded to win the World Sailfish Championship in 2003, 2007, 2009. We wound up winning probably close to $4 million in fishing tournaments, and we were, you know, kind of deemed the top sailfish team, billfish team in South Florida history.
Get lit!
It's a weird juxtaposition. I feel like we did it all, yet I feel like I still want to learn, and I still want to work harder than ever to like take it to the next level. I'm Peter Miller, father, professional fisherman, and your host. To get to the show part was like thousands of days worth of planning and thinking. We're really doing it because we're doing everything we love. From 3 years to 52 years, I'm the same way. I'm like, did you see what we caught? So it's come with me the whole way. And when something like that is so like embedded in your DNA and everything you have, it just feels so natural. I want to enjoy what I'm doing going into my later years, you know, and right now I'm doing exactly that. I feel like I'm working harder now than I ever have, and I want to continue on this pace until, I mean, definitely into my 60s.
Do you ever have down days?
I calm down. I try to calm down by fishing when I'm not fishing, if that makes any sense. I tournament fish, I competitively fish, I fish for fun, and then I come home and then I bass fish just to relax. So basically, I'd say 90% of my life is fishing. And sometimes you just gotta take a deep breath, which I don't know how to do. That's something I really need to learn how to do. I think I need to do yoga or like Pilates or breathing exercises or maybe drink tea. As of now, I haven't done any of that. So maybe at 53, I'll try some of that. With what's going on through my life, with the accolades and the shows and everything happening, it's been an amazing ride, more than I ever expected. It's come with a lot of hard work, much more hard work than I ever dreamt. But you know, one of the most rewarding things to me, honestly, is like being with the kids, to kind of sit and talk with them and go, you know, what's going on with you? And that's something I wasn't able to do years ago because I was so focused on succeeding. Forget work, forget shows, forget anything else. Those moments to me are the most special. I think when you get older, you realize that making a difference in society really means a lot. You know, when you're younger, you're like, I gotta get mine. You go, 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 go. And then one day you're like, okay, I gotta get back. I've done 6 Make-A-Wish events where a kid has wished to fish with me, and I've taken him fishing, and it's been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. Like when you talk about a legacy, what did you do? Yeah, I left a legacy in the fishing world, and I left a legacy, you know, for giving back, but like having kids, that's your legacy. All I know is that I feel like I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I think that's part of, you know, what drives me.